Good. Good morning, everybody. We can see. I don't know what that was, but there we go. That's a new intro for the day. But
I know, right?
but yeah, we are here. It's Wednesday, July 23rd, and we're looking at maybe more all-time highs for the indices, but not for crypto yet.
Well, the futures were mixed overnight, right? Some were up and some were down, but overall, we are definitely. It feels like price discovery world for some of the indices here.
Yeah, things are looking good. We can just jump right into it here. And just to take a look, things are gapping up. SPY is up 2.5 points right now, almost all-time high territory again from yesterday, or 2 days ago, I should say, on Monday. So if this continues that trend, then we can just keep seeing this melt up higher and higher, closer to that 648.98. And the QQQ, we can see also it's basically in the same range. It's not as bullish or not as performing as well as the SPY, but it's still basically in the same range that it has been in for the past few days now. And there's really no trend change. We can see that the conversion line is still holding as a support too. So as long as that remains your friend and above, then we can continue to the 578. IWM is actually going pretty well this morning too, getting closer and closer to this 786 fib. I am watching that carefully, 226.74. Get a breakout above that, then we go much higher. But until then, we're still range bound with that situation. And Bitcoin, there's really no change. It tried to break out overnight, but of course, it just keeps on getting rejected because I think the previous weekly candle, it did have a big kind of a wick up there. So every time price gets into the 120s, it kind of gets sold off. So I think it might just want to establish some kind of a base on top of this arc here. Maybe even back down to 115s is still possible before it really wants to go higher. But it's just range bound right now, trying to get more and more bullish. And once it can start to get into the 121, 122 zone again, then I think we'll start to break out to the 128, but not until that happens. Tracker.
All right, thanks, Matt. Good morning. Let's see. I've got. Let's do Bitcoin first. Bitcoin. I had this idea, this crazy idea that it might want to test back to one of these levels. Maybe. I was thinking maybe 114,494. Originally, I was thinking a retest of 112. What was a high before was such strong resistance, maybe has to be tested as support. Kind of, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't have to do that. Maybe 114, 494. This is just like the short-term stuff. But overall, once it gets over this latest limit up here around 123,000, it really wants to go to 138,000 is what it wants to do next. This 2618 target up here. Let's see, and then Tesla. We talked about this pretty much ad nauseum yesterday. I still think it's going to do. The weekly chart's not going to help me out. Something like. I think it is going to end up going sideways. I was hoping it'd do something dramatic, like run up to 362, and then back down to 305. But it looks like it's going to go sideways. So the market makers have got all their options set up or whatever. Maybe they've got collars or who knows what they've got going on. But 329.17, this 29.716 fib is right where they want price action to go into the close today, I think. And then after the close, I look forward to do one of those crazy Ivans where it runs down first with no news whatsoever. They just start selling really hard to see if they can catch a bunch of y'all off guard with stop loss orders, and they'll raid all the stop loss orders, and then they'll release the pressure, and then you'll see it start to trend up after that. So I don't know how long it'll take, but 362 after the earnings call. I don't know if it'll be immediately during the show, after the show, or if it'll take the rest of Monday next week. But I do see an overall trend for Tesla to go higher, and so does Matt. Matt, how about you show us your boring Tesla chart? It's not a boring chart. It's actually just his actions are boring. The chart is rather exciting.
It's getting better and better, and it's been obvious to me since the back test back down to 295 a few weeks ago. So yeah, it just keeps on going higher and higher throughout time. A bunch of higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. So now we're back on top of the 321.32. That's the important zone I really like to see. Also back inside the Ichimoku cloud, back above the baseline conversion line, and we got a bullish cross, right? The blue conversion line crossed above my little orange baseline right there. So it's everything about this chart is saying that it's ready to continue higher. But let's see.
Just a reminder, this is the weekly chart for y'all.
Yeah, it's the weekly chart. So let's see if that can happen after earnings, right? I mean, even if it did go back and back test these zones, like low 320s into the 3 teens, that's fine with me too, because this is just really building a base now at a higher level before it's ready to go higher. So this is the opportunity for any kind of back test, any kind of weakness, in my opinion, for the next leg higher. I think we'll start to see 347, 358 sooner than later. Maybe even today, right? We'll see. But this is looking like something that does want to break the resistance zone in the near future. So I'm not cautious on Tesla right now. I think it's really holding support well. It's overcoming previous resistance levels well. And it's slowly grinding higher, which is making people, it's driving them crazy. No.
Like me. I went crazy this week, taking a toll on me.
Yeah. All right, let's get some of these requests going. Let's look at Spot here. Spotify. We can see Spotify basically got to the 1.414 fib extension and fell a little bit short, but it got sold off. It got rejected. So 790 is that resistance up top, and now we're still in process of a back test, and I still think it is going to go lower. Right? We can see that the green level is around 658. And then you got the ARC in the 630s, the baseline 630. And then you got maybe even a back test of this 1.272 coming to at 618. So huge breakout, consolidation time. I think still lower before higher, but it doesn't have to go lower in a straight line. It can even come back up to the resistance in the 700s, maybe 710, 711, 720 before kind of rolling over for finding another lower high up here somewhere before going back lower. So I think it's just consolidation time. It's well extended from the cloud, and any kind of pumps, I would not be chasing that because it's just going right back up to resistance. So I think, I think lower first before higher, but not in a straight line. Of course, we could go higher first short term before it rolls over, but it looks to me consolidation before going higher. Let's see. Actually, I wanted to show end phase 2 before I switch back to you, simply because this is still a falling knife, right? It's still a falling knife. There's nothing bullish about this chart, and I still think right here, I have an arrow there ready, the 2852, I think that's where it's going, right? I think because it broke below my arc, because it came back up and flipped it to resistance, right? That's an example of not going down in a straight line, but it came back up to resistance before it went lower. That's something that Spotify could do as well, right? So this is still looking like 2852, right? I think if you're looking for any kind of opportunity, I think that's where it's headed because everything is resistance above. There is no support on this chart. All right, Tracker, back to you.
Thanks. I was just looking at my end phase chart, trying to figure out if, like, when it does bottom at your target, if it will have an immense amount of energy stored up to go higher. I'm just trying to puzzle that out. I'll do it on my own time. You can see here on a 16-hour chart, this is the moving average 75, resistance, 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 resistance. So yeah, I agree with Matt. It's got to go a little bit lower. Maybe it just, and then, actually probably it'll bottom out and then it'll do like, the 11.4% mini boss until this moving average 300 has time to catch up or get close and at least get within striking distance, easy striking distance. All right, that's neither here nor there. Let's keep going with do I have ASST? I love that ticker name, by the way. If Cat were here. Come on. Oh, it must be. Why is my thing so slow? Asset entities. Oh, I see why everyone's excited about this. Oh, and I drew a chart for it too. Look at that. Okay, so here was my wave start, wave 1, wave 2. It runs up to the 50% fib. Really, it's checking out this 298 retracement on the left towards its previous all-time high. And then it drops back down to my moving average 75 again. This looks like a great place to re-enter. And so look, it retested this 11.4 mini boss back here at $4.28. So my next target is it should at least, well, it already did 50%. And this, it's kind of crazy, but actually that might be that, and it's done, and it just runs to this 1382 next without, it'll have 5 waves inside of it, but come here, I want you right there. Something like this ish. Not exactly, but just to give you an idea of the kind of price action you can expect to see on the way back to 2181. So from where price is right now, that is, wow, 380% higher. All right, let's see. Next one. We've talked Oscar to death, but let's just take a look at it again. I mean, we like it down here, right? It spent a lot of time. Look, it retested this 11.4. And a little imperfection drops through it, but we're back above it again. The moving average 75 and the 16-hour chart is still resistance for now at 1516. Maybe has to check out 1417 one more time. No, it did that already. No, I think it's headed up now. So yeah, I think Oscar looks really good from here. The next target would be overall about $26 or 82% higher from our prices right now. Oh, this just in, XRP has just crossed $3.42 on the way down. I'm looking for ideally like 3 here. I'll just show you right here. I've got it. I'd like to see it touch 338. And so in the meantime, like I sold out of my VVPR. Well, it hasn't really done anything yet. It's just happened so fast. I don't even if the market will have time to catch up, but I'm looking for this to kind of retest this triangle as well. All right. Anyway, me, I'm always running the razor's edge on this kind of stuff. All right. How about back to you, Matt? And then I'll pick up the next one after what you stopped with. XRP, Oscar. Or I could
Let's take a look here. I got Lemonade on deck, really. Lemonade.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Yeah, so Lemonade, I got some arrows pointing there simply because it's the blue level of my GAN, and it's also the 50% fib as resistance. I think I've talked about this a few times on this morning's show.
Oh, yeah, I like Lemonade.
Yeah, it just keeps on getting rejected up there. So basically, we're in a range, right? And the range can easily just be in between this 45-degree angle and the 34s, 35s, and the 44. So I think it can just stay in this wedge formation for some time until it's really ready to break out. So there's really no development on a bullish continuation just yet until we really break above this $44 level. So that's going to be the goal. Break above, we get more bullish, stay below. It's just range bound, even all the way back down to the $35, $34 zone before it really wants to break out. So stay in this little wedge until it's able to break out. That's basically all I have for that. And I did want to show Cypher as well, CIFR. And Cypher is trying to battle the 786. So if you're looking for a breakout here, that's got to break above 698. And so far, this is resistance. And we already know it's powerful resistance because the last time it tried, the last few times it tried, it failed. So if this is going to be anything like the last time, the trend is your friend right now. This is resistance. This is an area to be cautious. We're not going to get too excited here until we get some confirmation that it really wants to break out above and basically flip it to support. So right now, resistance, if you're looking for support on a high time frame basis, it's really still back down on the 550s down below by the cloud. So we could get a back test of that first before trying to break out above. So always cautious at resistance, more bullish at support until there's proof it wants to really break out.
All right, I do have Zeta here. Let's see, Zeta after this wave 1 top, wave 2 bottom. I'm expecting the 382 at minimum, so it will at least hit $26.59. It could go higher, but that kind of makes sense. Maybe actually it goes to 27.70, the 786 right here on the left-hand side. But from where price is right now, it's about 67% higher to the 382. And if that's where it hits resistance, then it drops back to the 236, or maybe even $20.52, or maybe that's 50% right here, $19.11. Anyway, yeah, I just like it. I like it for higher. Eventually, the wave 3 top should go to 62.12, which would be like 285% higher from where prices now. So yeah, Zeta looks really good. Let's see, AMD, and let me just do Rocket Lab. We've done AMD. We've done Rocket Lab too, but I am just interested in Rocket Lab. Just seems to be really exciting. Oh, come on, Trading View, so slow. I know I have an interesting chart on Rocket Lab. Yep, here it is. So I was puzzling this out for my subscribers yesterday, and I'm thinking maybe it gets one more slightly higher high up to about 54, 58, then has to drop back down for the wave 4 to $43.42, or maybe $41.46. And then it can do its wave 5 melt up to the 2618 on the retracement side and the 2382 on my extension side. That's about somewhere between $81 and $83. I'm sorry, this is old. This is $81 and $83 for the wave 5 top. So let's see, from our prices right now, if you didn't worry about where the wave 4 went down to, it's about 73% higher to get to that 2382 at $83.80 for Rocket Lab. If you did, DCA or buy more or have sold and want to buy back in, and you managed to buy back in near 41.46, then you get about 89% higher to 83.80. Okay. Unity. I've got a Unity chart. I've been one of my subscribers was really interested in Unity as well. The last couple of days. Oh my God, Trading View, what are you doing? It's so slow. I wanted to do a lightning round this morning. I mean, kind of go real fast this morning. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's in from the wave 2 to the wave 3. It's done like the sub 3, and now it's in the sub 4. It could test all the way back to 31.52 for this 786 retracement on the left, and then go for the 1382 up here at $40.62, or maybe just this 1618 at 41.41. So I'll just kind of put it in the middle of the two. So from where prices right now, if you didn't care about where the wave 4 went, if you just held on, you'll end up being about 23% higher. Let's see. Yep. Oh, so really, I'm thinking, no, that's right. That's right. Leave that alone. And then the wave 5 melt up takes us about, where is it? You have not got the right price bottom. 76% higher from the wave 4 bottom to the wave 5 melt up top, around $58.91, which is interesting because that only gets us to the 23.6% fib on Unity, like from its previous all-time high. I mean, eventually it's going to retest $111 and then $134. So, Unity is great down here. I think just buy it and hang on to it. All right, back to you, Matt, and then I'll get the next ready.
Yeah, I got some crypto here. So I see ALCH, not much data on that, but I got a couple crypto here. So ALCH, we can see that on the weekly chart, it's still above the weekly conversion on the baseline. So it is kind of building a base there, but there is not too much data. So all we can do is really pull up some fibs, pull up BAT, and just see, yeah, it's staying above the 786. It's staying above the conversion of the baseline. And if that 13 cents, 12 cent zone continues to hold, then it can break to the 17 and above. That's basically it. And I see Hype Crypto 2, HYPE. And yeah, we can look at Hyperliquid here, and it's a breakout, right? From the previous 2024 highs, it broke out, and now it is in process of maybe even back testing that zone. So maybe 42.25, maybe 40.23. The conversion line could be back tested before continuation higher. But this is a good development, right? Something that was a resistance for some time back in June, right? Now broke out. So it's a breakout, looking for a back test in the $40 zone, 42, 40, that area before continuation higher. So good developments there for Hyperliquid. All right. I think, Tracker, yeah, back to you.
Sure. I've got Webull here. I like Webull. I've been using them for a long time to do options trading and stuff. This is really interesting. I swear I didn't move this. Last time I pulled up this chart, we were like right back here. So anyway, I said 1527 was important resistance. Probably won't get past it the first attempt. And here's a wick that just touches it, runs back down to the 300 period moving average on the 16-hour chart, and then oscillates around the moving average 75 battleground and gets us over the 11.4% mini boss, which is where we are now. So my next target is $24.12. That's about 39% higher from where price is right now. Then it's got to do, this is just the 1, 2. I mean, this is like the wave start, wave 1, all of wave 2, and then that gets us from, it retests that 11.4 mini boss. Then we go to the 382 with a battleground around here at the 2857. Just take a screenshot of this, and all the brown ones are the targets, and the colored ones are the battlegrounds. So expect to see choppy action around the battlegrounds. There you go. And this is just a correction, a corrective move to get it to 61.8% of the original all-time high. So there you go. And then yeah, I think all these exchanges will probably do really well. Robinhood, Webull is kind of like it's like a late comer Robinhood. The problem I think with them is they keep trying to raise more capital. Let's see, Riot. Let me do. Cat did just a tremendous job on all the crypto miners and treasuries last night. Here's my Riot chart loading up so slowly. Okay, here we go. So I guess I have to show this on a weekly chart. Yes, here we go. So here's the wave start, the 1, 2. This hasn't changed since I drew this. I'm looking for 1945 next. For last time, it was 98% higher from where it was down here at the 236. Now we've got 36% higher to go. I don't know why you're over here, but yeah. And then wave 3. That's about 110% higher from where price is now. And yeah, all this just to get back to the 618, $50. I mean, it's a matter of perspective and timing. Like if you buy now and just wait, your patience will be rewarded, and you'll see the 50s, the retest of 79.50, and then an extension of $111. You just have to wait. You just have to wait for it. I can't tell you what the timing will be like for that. The Mac probably could with his fabulous can charts. Let's see. Can I do what is NCNA? And then I'll do. I think I skipped over UHC, but Matt pretty much called that one last night. Oh, this is horrible. NCNA. I mean, that's a lotto ticket right there. Don't buy too many of those. They get expensive. UNAC. Unusual machines. I like this chart a lot, and you can see. I mean, it's ever since its inception, only higher highs and higher lows. So, gosh, I've got this is quite a chart here. I haven't looked at this in a long time. From our prices right now, looks like there's just about 26%. No, it already did it. Actually, the 1, 2 is done. Here's your wave 1. This is your larger degree wave 1, larger degree wave 2. Now we're in wave 3, subwave 1, subwave 2 complete. So this is done. That's done. Whoops. That's done. I'm trying to delete this. And yeah, that's done. So yeah, from our prices now, the next target is 231% higher to get to 34.44 up here. Actually, it's more like 236% higher. But expect a big battleground zone right here between the 7.6, right here between $22 and $18. So $18 will be resistance at first, then it'll break it through, have to retest back to it, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, unusual machines, great chart, great stock. I like it. Back to you, Matt.
Yeah, your XRP targets are hitting right now. Yeah, let's go see AVAX. I see a more crypto request, and yeah, crypto is kind of being volatile a little bit, kinda, right? I see AVAX link, and I'll do this. But yeah, AVAX is just that weekly resistance, so we're just having a battle here, and actually doesn't need to come back down to some lower levels. We do have the daily 200 down there at 23.36, so I guess it's possible to come back down to that. But it's just range bound, right? Just trying to break this resistance above. So give it some time, give it some space, and it'll be all right. And Link, same situation. It basically got up to the cloud, the weekly cloud. So now we're in the process of a back test, and maybe even wants to go back down towards the baseline right there around 1825 before continuing higher on a high time frame. So yeah, whenever you see lower time frame levels get kind of broken, then we can switch to the weekly charts or monthly charts and just see what's really going on. And nothing really is getting broken at all with these charts, right? They're just experiencing their normal range, right? Resistance is rejected. It goes back down to retest support. Yeah, we can just check out XRP too. So it is making some kind of a move down a little bit lower. Daily chart, we can just look that the conversion line is still there at 323. So I guess if it did really want to go back down to that 323, that's completely acceptable and okay, right? Just going back for some kind of a back test, even going back down to, yeah, even if it went back down to the 320s, 330, it doesn't even matter, right? This is a very, very bullish chart, and it's just doing a breakout back test. So just be patient with it. And actually, previous all-time high is around 331. So basically, that is current price right now. So maybe we have hit some kind of low right now for the altcoins, and they don't look that scary after all. And with that said, let's go take a look at Coinbase too, see how that's developing pre-market. And basically, it's back down to 401, and I think that range is going to kind of be the same, right? If we start to lose this base or this conversion line, then perhaps we might just gravitate like sideways or down a little bit until we go higher. But honestly, this chart is looking fine too. So just be patient. It hit all-time highs, got rejected. Now it's just in search for some consolidation. So more patience is required for Coinbase before the breakout happens. And things are looking normal as usual. We can even look at MSTR pre-market, see how that's developing on the daily chart. And it's just range bound as well. And it's in between the conversion baseline on the daily chart. And that's really around the 408 to the 434. So it's just range bound as well. It did break out to a higher high, though. So that kind of means that this zone has potential to stabilize. So we don't have to be too cautious at it, right? This zone right here, backtest of the previous resistance, right? So we could just see some stability around the 420s, right? But if it did need to go a little bit lower to the 408 or low 400s, that is completely acceptable because this chart is still very, very bullish. All right, Tracker, back to you.
I was just going to post something about XRP, but yeah, look, this just in, XRP did break through the bottom of my triangle here as I was expecting. It actually went a little bit 10 cents lower than I thought it was going to on the initial move, which makes me think that that's all of it. When it does like a big scary move like that, that might be all of it for XRP. So we'll see. Yeah, it's broken that. So which means I have to move this back to like here. Yeah. Might be an interesting week in crypto where things continue to go sideways for longer, making everyone more and more unwary. All right, I had UNH here. Let's see. It hasn't made a new lower low than 248.88. This is too close. Yeah, I'm sorry about the call. I saw this one fellow in the chat complaining about my mumbling. That's just, oh my gosh, that's me. That's me my whole life. I've always talked like this. I'll try to talk more like a sportscaster with better elocution. But yeah, when I think to myself, a lot of times I get quieter. So it's still, UNH is still fighting with this 11.4% mini boss at $300.08. It kind of flirted with going above it, but it couldn't get up over it, so went back down below it again. If you want to play around with UNH, you can, but it could be dead money for a long time still. So that's all Matt and I have to say about that, I think.
No interest to me with that UNH, nothing at all.
Yeah. Oh, QBTS. Now I like you. If you guys were here, like I don't know, 2 months ago, I highlighted a bunch of quantum stocks that I thought would be really good. QBTS was one of them. And yeah, it looks like it's, I think back then, anyway, the wave 4, I see it as in a wave 5 now, which means once it finishes the wave 5 and does an ABC correction, then this becomes the giant wave 1 and the wave 2, and it just builds up higher than that. So yeah, but right now, it already back tested the 786 here. And so yeah, it's good to go. It's going to go. Last time it was 85%. Now it's like 56% higher to my target of $20.65, maybe $20.32 based on, actually, I'd be more inclined to say 30.22, more like the 1618 over here, or my 238 over here on this side. So one of these two targets for the wave 5 top, then it does an ABC down, which I can show you right now. No, I can't show you because I don't know which one of these it is, but let's just go halfway. This is just an estimation. I do a retracement from whatever the wave 5 top is back to my wave 3 subwave 2 bottom, and I go right to the 50% level right here. 1738-ish is my target. Look for something that goes like the 2929, the 1111, and then the 50% level right there for 1738. And there's your 1, 2. I mean, it could be more extreme, but it doesn't have to be. That would satisfy. Gosh, it could go. You know what? I'm going to give you two targets. It's either from the 111. It's either. Oh no, I know what it'll do. Hang on. It's either going to do this or it does this. It goes down to the 382, 236, and 618. So it'll be either purple. It's either purple or black. The black goes 2929, 1111, then the 50%. That's really bullish. Or it does a much more sensible retracement, 382, 236, 618, which takes it to 1452. All right, there you go. That's just a little bit of theory crafting for you. It's 9:02, Matt. What else do you want to talk about?
I'll just do one more. I was going to do SLV, and then I'll let you finish it off. So SLV, it's breaking out, right? Silver is breaking out. We can see the 786 is trying to break above that for the weekly candle, 35.23. And if we get a weekly candle close above it on Friday, then we'll see probably continuation to the 40.92 above, right? That'll be the next final boss before back to all-time highs. So it's a very bullish development, and just stay above 35.23. That's basically it. And I see the question too late to buy coin. I mean, it's up to you. If you can handle the volatility, then sure, you can dollar cost average if it goes lower. But if you can't handle the volatility, then maybe just be patient. So it's just your choice. I mean, for me, the opportunities were much lower. So it's just I don't like to chase. So I like to buy the pain, and that has been paying off so far. So with that, Tracker, take us out.
All right. I thought I had a Coinbase chart with some ideas. Oh, no, this is it. This is the chart. So I'm looking to see if there could be an opportunity for a perfect touchback to this 886 right here. That's basically from the previous high of 429.54 down to, you have to go way back here, 31.55. Yeah. So look, it went 786 back to the 298, up to made a slightly high, got over 100%, and now it just wants to, I think it wants to back test the 886 before moving on to the 141 or the 1618. Oh yeah, I've got the 1272 up here. So 384.17 would be an ideal test back, a perfect touchback for coin, and then that could take it higher to the 1272. Which then ironically takes it back down to the 384 again, or the 384 again, the 886 again. I don't know. Maybe it just takes it to the 100%. I have to really, these things are so much in flux. And you guys, I draw like 100 charts every week. So, no, I'm sorry, 100 charts every couple of days, but it's like the same 100 charts I have to do over and over every week. Anyway, they start to roll together. Yeah, and then the wave 5 I like for 850.06. So that's 122% higher from a perfect touchback of the 886 at 384. So, is it too late to buy coin? I'd say no. Not at all. If it does go to 850, and that's the wave 5, then I'm looking for a bullish touchback to 494.31 in a ABC, just like I showed you before. this would be like 29 something 1111, and then 50% would be right here. So look out for that. We'll get to that once it looks like it's topped out. We can look at those scenarios again later. But yeah, there you go. It's 9:05. Thank you guys so much for watching our shows and this morning. And
yeah, we'll see you guys again tomorrow. Thanks again.
Oh, tonight, Tesla, right? I mean, I told you already, but I think it's going to go high. We told you. We think it's going to go high.
Yeah, we talked about Tesla earlier today, so we'll find out. We'll find out what Tesla does later, and we'll report back to you guys tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'm excited about the earnings call. He won't be talking about. Everyone corrected me. He's like, yeah, he's not going to talk about the $25,000 car because he doesn't want to impinge on sales of current models through the end of the year. But people are going to ask him about it, and so just him deflecting the questions about the $25,000 car will be exciting enough, I hope.
Yeah, we'll find out. All right, guys.
All right. Good night, everybody, or have a good day, everybody. Good luck out there. Thanks, Matt.